What is up, guys? Zan from the Madden YouTube channel, and boy, am I pretty excited about this one. This is a route that you guys can utilize in any formation in the game, any playbook in the game, to beat man or to beat zone, and you guys can beat the zone KOs with this. The best part, you guys can have whatever freeform settings you guys want on this. If you want to play on near, great. If you want to play on far like I do, great. It is going to work no matter what. And the route that we're going to be breaking down is the smart routed streak. Yes, the smart routed streak is a route that we have used before, but it's basically a route that is a universal money route, whether it's on the outside or in the seam, and again, against man or zone coverage. So let's go ahead and hit the field here. Again, does not matter what formation you guys want to call. I'm going to break this down out of a formation I barely use just to kind of show you that it is universal, which my playbook is the Kansas City Chiefs, and I do run this out of my main formations, which are the tight open and then the Trey Y flex and Trey Y flex strong. But I'm going to run this out of the spread double flex weak here. Now let's start off first and foremost with man coverage. I really like this against man coverage because this is essentially what I would call kind of a super curl. And the reason that I call it a super curl, if we were to kind of break down the way this works, if I were to go ahead and put a regular streak on the field, you see right here, we got Pickens, we got Sharp. Even if I were to use the hot route versions of these routes, they basically run 50 yards. And if you smart route a streak, you will notice that it kind of shortens up its break and it stops running at about 30 yards. That particular break where it kind of chops its feet is a huge pass window for you to throw a free form straight down against any coverage as long as the user is not sitting underneath of it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of show you guys what this looks like. I'm going to spy off the pass rush just to kind of show you. This is obviously something that will take about 3.5 seconds to get open post snap. If they're rushing 3, you'll have all the time in the world. If they're rushing 4 or 5, this is a little bit tougher to get off. But if you have pocket presence, you can kind of get around it. So let's go ahead and snap the ball here. And you're going to see that we have this route to A that is going to kind of chop its feet. And then you're going to be able to throw a free form straight down, click on, and come back and attack the football. This is a very, very easy thing to do because the way that the man coverage will play is that it will continue running downfield. If you take a look here at this replay, notice how we kind of step on the safety's toes, run by him, and then we kind of chop our feet. This is kind of the key for us, the visual cue, if you will, to start our throwing animation. So as soon as I see that, I'm throwing the free form, which is the left trigger or L2, and I'm pass leading straight down. And with this particular throw, you're going to be able to throw this basically anywhere you want on the field. So let's go ahead and show you another example here. This time we're going to throw it to the left side to George Pickens. Again, smart routed. The route is about 30 yards. So if you're spotted here on the 35, you add another 30 to that. It's going to take you to the opposite 35, give or take, is where he's going to start to slow down his route. We snap the ball, watch Pickens kind of run his route, and boom, he chops his feet, which allows us to throw the pass lead down, and no stick needed. We're able to make this catch pretty easily for a 30-yard gain. Of course, after you click on, if you can make a juke, a spin, whatever you need to do to get loose, especially against man coverage, one guy misses and you could be out for a one-play score. Now, if you guys are enjoying today's video, make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure that you hit the like button and hit that notification bell so you're notified of all the uploads here on the Madden YouTube channel. We upload 5 times a week in the mornings with shorts in the afternoons. And if you guys want more content, head over to my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg, where our vault or our meta shifting database will keep you on top of what the pros are running and how to counter it. You guys see some of the content that I put on Gridiron here later on down the road on the YouTube channel. We also have 9 offensive and defensive game plans included for you guys at no additional charge, and you guys get access to our members only Discord where we have lab sessions every single week. You guys can unlock everything for $9.95. Now back to the video. So let's go ahead here and start to break this down against zone, in particular those KOs. You guys obviously know, we talk about it in every video darn near, the KO meta has taken over the game. So you guys need things that can get you downfield and avoid those knockouts. Again, I'm just going to stay in this spread little flex formation, and we're going to use these little smart routed streaks. So right here, I'm going to run some all goes, and then we'll have one route that's going to stop at about 30 yards. Basically think of it as a super curl. So again, we snap this ball here. We're going to let him run about 30 yards. He's going to slow his feet. That's when we're going to throw the free form down, and he basically spots up for a curl. It's easy completion, easy money. We're able to move the ball well. Now, one thing I will tell you is that your route combo doesn't matter so much, but I will recommend that you guys practice hash marks, because you will notice that some formations, the guy will completely slow down and kind of stop. And then on the short side, you might notice something different. So if I were to run this little concept here to this side, you may see that he'll continue running. In other cases, you know, you can still kind of throw the free form down when they chop their feet, click on and make them turn around. So if you're really good at that with your timing, it doesn't matter so much. But you may notice in certain formations when you lab this that your guy doesn't stop running. In that case, you know, kind of spend a little bit extra time, the extra 2 or 3 minutes to figure out why that is the case. Sometimes it's short and wide side. Sometimes it's you have too many routes on that side of the field all running vertical. Sometimes you don't have enough routes in addition to that streak running vertical, so it stays running to create space for other routes on the formation. Lab up your route combinations around this, but in general, if you kind of have a streak that's long and a streak that's short, you're going to really like what you're looking at here. So, you know, take for instance this formation here. We've got, or this route combo here, we got Randy Moss. He kind of slows up, and again, you see right there, he kind of turned around right away and kept running. So you're going to want to anticipate that. If you're kind of labbing this up, you're like, okay, well, when I get this coverage look, I know he's going to kind of stop, but then continue running right away. You're going to want to be really on time with your delivery. So knowing that that's kind of the case here with this, you're going to see that he's going to slow down. You see right there, if I throw that just a little bit earlier, knowing that he's going to slow down and then kind of flinch back up the field, I can still throw him open. It's just going to take a little bit extra time, a little bit of extra lab work. Again, pretty simple stuff here. I love this concept. You could throw this with any player in the game. Man coverage doesn't stop it. Zone coverage is, you know, obviously going to really need KO to have a chance. You can throw the short or wide side. Again, you just want to make sure that you're labbing as hard as you can. You're going to love how these routes spot up in the middle of the field. Kind of think of it as, you know, kind of like our smart route and fade stop, if you will. But the difference is that unlike the smart route fade stop, which stops around 20, 25 yards, this is a route that goes even further, which is great because again, you're going to see sometimes players are going to have, you know, really tall players underneath with lurk artists. They might be sitting in a stock curl flat and be able to pick off sometimes a smart route and fade stop. They're not going to be able to do that here in this. In fact, this is no zone drop cover 3. Most players are going to play kind of like a hard flat cover 3. So especially when you get those hard flat cover 3 and hard flat cover 4 style coverages, just kind of, you know, be on your P's and Q's. Definitely practice. You see here, right here, we get him to spot up perfectly. And that's Nico Collins, like a 90 overall card. Again, doesn't really matter. Route combos beat zone, route abilities beat man, money routes also beat man and don't rely on ratings at all. And this is all of those in one. So I hope that this is something you guys will take into the lab and apply into your offense. Again, this is just something that you really can use anywhere on the field. I mean, provided that you have enough room to throw it, but either hash, any type of formation, spread, or compression. And again, this was a tip that if you guys like this, make sure you check out Gridiron because this was in our vault almost 2 months ago for our members. And it's something that I will sometimes use down the field to open up some bigger throws, especially when I'm having trouble getting some guys open deep. So this is a way to manufacture those yards when you need it most, especially at the end of half or end of game. But that's going to do it for today's video. Again, guys, make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.